Dim headlights? Tired of not being able to see it dark while you're driving? Well, in this video, I will shine a light on that problem. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Randy. This is the 5.5 Garage, and today we will be talking about doing a headlight upgrade to my Chevy Trailblazer and why you should be interested in doing an upgrade yourself. Today's video is about headlights, and more specifically, I am upgrading my 2003 Chevy Trailblazer from using halogen bulbs to using a set of LED bulbs. One of the reasons I want to upgrade the lighting on my Trailblazer is that it's my daily vehicle. Now, I do still have my Mazda Speed 3, so don't freak out because there's not a video about it. It's just during the wintertime, I store that car. They use salt on the roads here in Illinois, and they use a lot of it. So just as a precaution to kind of keep my car in really good shape, I store it over the winter. Now, one of the things I noticed as I started driving my Trailblazer more and more is that my headlights are not the brightest. And I have made sure that the headlights are adjusted and they are within the recommended spec for headlights adjustment. It's just, they're not that bright. I wanted to upgrade them with a higher output halogen bulb. I also thought about doing a projector setup in my headlights as well. And as I did the research, the projector setup is a little more money than I really want to invest into my Trailblazer's lighting. And one of the things I came across during my research is the use of LED bulbs. Some LED bulbs work better with a projector. So if you have a projector setup and you need a little bit more light than what you're getting, stepping up to an LED bulb is a pretty good upgrade. In my case, I still have the standard reflector style setup in my headlights, and I really didn't want to take the time to put them in the oven or use a heat gun to crack them open and, put a projector in. So luckily, during my research, I found that there are a set of bulbs that actually work really good in a reflector setup. And the set I got came from Auxbeam, and these are the S2s. Now, they do have a newer version, which are the S3s, but this one, from some of the sites that I got my information from, will probably work best in my setup. And what you get is, this is the S2 bulb, and as you can see, it's got an aluminum base, it's got a fan in it, and it has the two LED setup. Now, the S3s that are out come in the gold body, and those have a 3 reflector setup. But from the research that I have done, those are likely to work better in a projector setup than in a reflector setup. And they come packaged very nicely in the box. As you can see, they are well secured. This little booklet that has instructions in it, as well as these big honking things, which are good for at least 10 horsepower. Also decided, since I'll be updating my headlamps, I might as well go ahead and upgrade my turn signal lights. And I got these from Auxbeam as well, and these are LED, so hopefully everything will be brighter and I'll have a better chance of seeing while I'm driving my way home in the evenings. I also have some load resistors that I may have to solder in line with the new turn signals to make sure I don't get the hyper flash condition that you can sometimes get when you add LED bulbs to your turn signal system. So one of the reasons why I went with the Auxbeam setup is that I've read a lot of reviews and it got generally good marks, and they also come with a 1-year warranty. And if any of you all are interested in some of the things I'll be using today, I will go ahead and make sure that I put the links down in the description, and you can find all of this stuff on Amazon. Now that we talked about it, let's get to that installation. All right, so here we are back in the garage, finally, yay! And I've seen people do this without having to remove the center grille to get the headlights out, but and I've done that before, but today I'm going to do it by removing the center grille and remove the headlights so I can show you guys what's going to go on when you install these lights, because there's a couple things that you have to do once you get the bulbs in and make sure everything gets wired up properly. So I'm going to do that, and the first thing I'm going to do is remove the center grill. Now this is held in here, it's just got some friction clips, so you just have to give it a little bit of a tug and it should come free. And also when you get down the area right here by the headlights, if you're finding that you're having problems, just find yourself something like a long handle screwdriver or something of that nature just to gently pry on this. Don't put a lot of pressure on it because you will snap it, but just a little bit of pressure helps these ends come loose as well. The next step in getting the headlight out is there is a clip that is right here, and I'm highlighting it with my screwdriver. And what you do is you just get something and you pop up on that clip, and as you can see, the headlight's already coming loose. Now there is another one of these clips that is on the opposite side over here, and I will use my cell phone to get in and kind of get a shot, and I will picture it with this so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. There is the outer marking light that's right here that sits on top of the light. In order to remove this, you just need to squeeze that clip and remove that from the vehicle. Then, the next thing you want to remove is your turn signal bulb. That just unscrews, and then there is one more clip right here that you need to remove, and then we can remove the headlight from the vehicle. There we go. All right. And headlight comes out. Now, this is the back side of the headlight we just took out, and give you reference points, the front side. This light here is the high beam. I will not be replacing that one today, but this one is the low beam over here. And as you can see on the back, one of mine is, there's supposed to be two dust covers here, but one of mine's missing. But this is the bulb that we will be taking out and replacing with the new LED bulb from Auxbeam. So, got myself an old towel, and we're gonna set our light on it. Now, first thing we need to do is disconnect the wiring from the light, and as you can see, it's just a simple clip. So we're just gonna pop that clip off, and then we'll be able to turn that light and get it out of there. So this is the old halogen bulb, and it's still in good condition. There's really nothing wrong with it other than the fact that the light's a little dim. But I'm not going to throw this away. I'm actually going to keep it just in case something goes wrong with these LED bulbs and I need to switch back to my regular headlight bulbs. What I'm going to do is when I replace the light out of the Auxbeam box, I'm just going to put this in there so I remember where they are. Also, when you're doing this, make sure to not touch the glass on this. Your fingerprint oil will get on here and it can actually cause this bulb to burn in that spot. So take some precaution when you're putting these in the box when you're replacing it. And to give you guys a little comparison shot, like I said, this is the original halogen bulb and this is the LED bulb that I'm replacing with. As you can see, the LED bulb is going to be a little bit longer, so you might have to perform some surgery to the dust screen that goes on the back of the headlight. There's also a fan in here, so you have to make sure that that is unblocked so it's able to adequately cool this bulb. So maybe it was a little bit of a blessing that I did not have the dust shield on the back of my headlight. It might work in my favor this time, but here is little comparison so you guys can compare the two. So the installation of this is pretty much the same as your normal bulb installation, but there are a couple extra steps that we're going to have to do in order to use this. Now, Normally on most cars, you can just plug this in and then you're good to go. But on the Chevy Trailblazer, it uses a CAN bus system. The CAN bus system was never designed to use with LED bulbs. So since the LED bulbs use less wattage than the standard halogen bulb, the CAN bus system thinks that the bulb has blown and it gives you a warning light on the dashboard and the headlight will not turn on. But thankfully, Auxbeam sells something that helps with that. If you have been following me on Instagram, you saw this little deal right here in a little small clip that I posted earlier when I did an unboxing video. And if you are not following me on Instagram, why aren't you? So basically what this does is plugs into the light here and then into the wiring harness for the headlight. And it talks to the CAN bus system in order to make sure that the CAN bus does not think that this LED headlight is blown. And it also will reduce issues if you have flickering of the lights and so forth. So as you can see, this is labeled in and out. And so what that means is this will plug in here and makes a snap, make sure it's a nice seal. And here we then line this up and push and make sure you get a good seal connection. And I don't have it because that clip won't go down. There we go. Now we can tuck this out of the way. Okay, and as you can see, headlight is securely in there. It's got adequate airflow. Also was able to tuck the wires out of the way and mount this properly. Sometimes my ideas work all the time. Some of the time. Like 40% of the time. I digress. That is the old halogen light. This is a new LED light, and as you can see, the lighting is much brighter, clearly brighter